Welcome to the chaos. So today we're going to get as much accomplished as possible. Because life feels like it's falling apart at the moment. So it's time to clean it up. This is where I'm at right now. First thing I'm going to do is find a new home for my panda friend. Because she's in the way at the moment. So we're going to stick her there. One thing accomplished. This is how this goes. This is how my life has to go right now. So we're doing this chaos. And we're going to try to do it well. Here's a question for you. How do you feel? A little more focused on our health. All the more reason I'm all in one hour. Not excited. The active life. Great food. Rich in protein. Not a ton of carbs or sugars. Feels good. This is gonna happen. Go up here. I'm getting a couple things accomplished at a time. Okay.
But scrubbing still takes time. Now there's Dawn Power Wash Dish Spray. The faster, easier way to clean as you go. It cleans grease 5 times faster. On easy messes, just spray, wipe, and rinse.
Okay.
On tough messes, the spray
We're
activates
gonna throw my
grease on contact.
stuffed animals and extra pillows this way because
Dawn Power Wash Dish Spray. Now available in green and clear.
Your dog is your best friend. But your dog's best friend is your ex-girlfriend because she always has irresistible pepperoni. Be your best friend's best friend. Pepperoni.
we're gonna organize my dresser here in a little bit because
I got fired. I did, Mom. I did. Congratulations. Going home. Wow, you're ridiculous. Tomorrow's opening night. Amanda wants you to come to the party. Amanda.
I am currently taking care of getting some things done. Lots of things. You know what it's time to do. But new face wash that I have yet to hit in the bathroom. Okay, well, I got a couple things done. So now I have to clean my room up some more. Okay, you're gonna go here. I need to do laundry. I need to do cleaning.
I came to say break a leg,
I need to do
I mean it. I also think you should have these. Yellow roses. And they're not from a secret admirer. What's wrong, Lillian?
You knew what it would do to me when you didn't show up opening night. You knew I would freeze, didn't you, Amanda?
Oh, come on, please. I have no idea what you're talking about. Now, I have a show to do. Would you kindly leave the dressing room?
Oh, I'm getting out. But I'm also I'm more than anything in the world. Anything to hurt her the way you hurt me. You won't have one regard left to give to Broadway. You get out! Get out!
This is the. I haven't cleaned all of this.
Please. Please, please. I'll give you my Tony. I'll give you my Emmy. I'll give you my Grammy. God doesn't want your awards, Amanda.
Okay. I have already gotten an entire portion of my room halfway clean.
No, that's okay.
Progress.
I'm an angel sent by God. Whether or not.
Progress is progress at this point. This needs to go back afterwards.
He already has his name on the I'm trying to find Is my voice back? What you want is not what you need. You just have to prove yourself. And over. I still have what it takes. God knows that. He also knows who you really are. You've worked very hard at you try to do everything God has given you.
What is that?
Apple. Marriage. Children. Even friendship. I bring joy to millions of people. But not to yourself. Joy is something that wants to bring. The joy of
Some
being
kind of
a
order
human.
in my life at this point.
The joy of loving.
No, I don't have time for that.
Just come here.
I don't have time for that. I have my entire room to clean, 500 homework assignments. I don't have time right now.
5
Not
minutes.
to play.
I don't have 5 minutes.
Demonstrate.
Yeah.
I'm in a cleaning mood. I have to finish cleaning before I do anything else. You should know this by now. If I don't finish cleaning, it won't get done. And then my room is still a mess, and that defeats the purpose of me starting to clean my room. Night clothes. Night clothes. T-shirts.
Come in. Yeah. Hi. Before the curtain goes up, I just wanted to say thank you. Now listen, dear. I have to hear your voice. It doesn't matter. Listen to me. These yellow roses. I sent them to your mother every night, except opening night. I made it up. stupid nonsense about the properties box. Your mother put her faith in luck, and I put mine in me. Best friend. I was. But I was also her understudy. I had to go on no matter what. You understand, don't you, Allison?
Wow.
Need a cleanser that does more? New and improved Cetaphil cleanser are specially formulated with dermatologist's class ingredients to reinforce your skin's moisture balance. Cetaphil, complete care for your sensitive skin.
So you're all about nutrients. Until you realize color, oil color. Yeah. Too much? You're opposite. Nah. Endless things to get into on Pinterest. You just might surprise yourself.
If Billy Garcia didn't have the fighting spirit to drive his ambition, he never would have left home for LA to his cars. If he listened to those who rejected him, he never would have sold that car to pay for his dream. If he lacked the will to improve his craft, he never would have made a name for himself, finding out some of the biggest names in pro sports. That's the fighting spirit. That's the mind. Without for those who don't fighting spirit.
It was hard.
In that direction.
But 12 is the age I was going to figure out what my bag was. It's time to talk with you about sex.
Like fish, but you don't eat fish.
You should be in an orchestra seat instead of a train seat. Jess, what are you doing here? That's what I like about the theater. You're always running into people you know. I don't know you. Not really. People in the theater, they pretend that they're your friends. But they stab you in the back the first chance they get. That's God's honest truth. I look at it, I'm lucky to get out of this town in one piece. Darkly. I want to ask you a question. Why would anyone rely on love when they have the God's honest truth? The truth that He loves them. Look at that penny. Does it say in love we trust? Don't you know what's been missing out of your life all these years? Do you think God would let a penny or a 4-leaf clover or some yellow roses get in the way of all the gifts He's given you? Who are you? I'm an angel sent by God to tell you that He loves you. And He's waiting for you at the Capitol Theater. You've always been afraid to look in that prompter's box, but I'm here to tell you that you could use some prompting. Now you get back to that theater, because God has given you the most precious gift of all, a daughter. And she needs you as much as you need her.
Okay.
Hi, baby.
What's wrong? It's after Mom. Let me in. Man. Please forgive me.
What's happened to your voice?
Listen, what I did to you, I wouldn't blame you if you spent the rest of your life angry. I just had a car, and it didn't matter who I stepped on. And unfortunately, I stepped on the best. Your mama was so great on stage. She was that bad. Yeah, me too. You were the best.
Sorry about this. I wish you could feel better. Well, if you really mean it, you know what to do. Go ahead, baby. Give us some of that chicken and stars.
I don't need it. I don't care.
Ladies and gentlemen, due to illness, Amanda Revere will be unable to perform tonight. But if I can finish, please. Thank you. Now, because Ms. Revere is not
It is amazing. Oh my God. I don't believe it.
correction. Show's gonna go on. The price drop.
Bill, you never did get to sing the song on opening night. Now, chance.
What are you doing?
You'll be terrific. God gave you a great voice. It's time to share it with the world. Come on, get out of here. Turn it up. Out.
Good times and sometimes I've seen them all in my dear. I'm still here. Plush velvet. I've suffered days in my but I'm here. Black people one day, next day it's so hot. But I'm here. I'm doing Sunday, Tuesday, you're touring it stopped. But I'm here. I've run the gamut in each scene. 3 cheers and damn it, they love me. I got through all of last year, and I'm here. Lord knows at least I was there, and I'm here. Look who's here. I'm still here.
Dr. Tommy Doyle, 1939 to 1965. Gone but not forgotten, with love from all his friends and magic thoughts. Isn't it nice that after all these years, he has loved ones who still remember him?
Her name is Emily Benson, but unfortunately for her, she was not one of Tommy's loved ones. She loved Tommy, but Tommy didn't love her back.
My. Well, if Tommy didn't love Emily,
Get out of the way.
Not on the sidewalk.
your teacher really matters.
Look, Mrs. Doyle, I've been opening my own doors for 60 years. I think I can make it through one more day.
Tommy was in love.
That's his widow, Annie Doyle. She's forgotten what love is all about,
Seems like a very sad way to live.
which is why God sent her an angel.
There are two prices on this suit. That's multiple pricing is illegal. Foxboy made a mistake. They charged the lower price. Just to break the law, don't make it seem as if you're doing me a favor.
This is wrong. You owe me 41 cents.
1 quarter, 1 nickel, 1 dime, and 1 penny. 41 cents.
Anna's been losing her eyesight for quite some time. Now she doesn't.
For a woman, that must be terrible for her.
It is, especially for such an independent lady.
What is it?
Children want to follow those secrets
So my
like the truth. No, the truth will surface. It always does. You're a scientist.
that sounds very simple.
Don't you believe? Annie wants to talk to you. It needs to be stirred.
Hello, my name is Monica.
I never buy anything door to door. Everyone knows.
I'm not asking for anything. I'm offering something. I mean, I noticed that your lawn was covered in leaves.
It is.
I can handle a rake with the best of them when I bake a mean peanut butter cookie.
Peanut butter. My favorite.
See, we're working well together already.
There's a cot in the attic. We got room and board, no salary. I'm not made of money. No music, no boyfriends, no pets. You don't have any noisy hobbies, do you?
Not at all. I pray a lot.
You're not one of those dog squatters, are you?
Well, I do have a very strong faith.
Faith is like skin. Find a habit, just keep it to yourself. I'll be right back. Don't bother to sit. good start. It's 5 minutes already, you're touching things. Well, let's go.
I'm sorry. It's just that I saw it was about Venice.
Go where? Less talking and more driving. You do drive, right?
I must say, I'm not much at bingo.
Don't tell me you play worse than you drive. My name is Tess. I'm new here, but I intend to know everybody's name before Deacon Dalrymple comes out this well-deserved vacation.
What the heck is she doing back here?
She didn't stick her faces in it again.
What's her name? Only from around here. Relative.
She has no relatives, you know that.
And I know something in the back. You know?
Well, if you mean that old shrew sitting with two old men who have no life, so they surround all day talking about everybody else's. And it's Emily Vincent, Russell Brewster, and Marcus Cavanaugh. All right, now, here we go. G56. G56.
How's that one? Yes, you didn't. Look. So, you said you haven't been here in years.
That's right. I stay to myself. I mind my own business, not like some others. 9. B.
Yeah, that one.
9. Oh, yes, yes. I see that. I. B. I. That's right there. I know how to play.
So why today of all days?
Well, Miss Nosy, you must know everything because I ran into Emily earlier today and I realized how much I miss ticking those people off.
Ticking people off. I don't know what that means.
You know, in working their last nerve, boiling their blood, ticking them off.
One thing accomplished in only 30 minutes. Hey. Why took me 30 minutes?
What does it mean when you have them all in a straight line?
Bingo.
Bingo! Not me, honey. You want.
I won. Are they ticked off?
I believe they are.
My whole room. Clean. And who knows how long? Like 30 minutes?
You know what beats next day shipping? Getting it the same day. So shop Ace online and get free in-store or curbside pickup right in your neighborhood. Or get everything delivered the very same day you order. Ace is the place of the helpful hardware, folks.
Okay. I could probably take my trash out, but at the moment I don't feel like it. My room is clean. I'm just gonna get the floors walkable now.
Oh, 71. Give Annie Doyle a toaster oven.
Here, take it to the kitchen.
Forget it. Throw it out. I don't need it. I just knew Emily had her eye on it.
Why do you enjoy ticking people off?
Not all people, just those people.
Why those people?
I had my reasons. Turn on my tape.
Venice?
Yes. Have you been there?
No, but I hear it's wonderful.
Yes. I first heard of it when I was 5. My father wrote there in a business trip. He sent me a postcard of the gondola. The gondola floating down the Grand Canal. I couldn't believe there was water where streets should be. And even though I was just a girl, I knew I would have to see that for myself.
And was it as beautiful as you imagined?
I never went.
Never. Why not?
Mama, there was a lot of talking and no working, I guess.
Okay, everything's kind of stressing me right
Are
now.
you alright?
So it's
Maybe you
time.
should see a doctor.
I told you I'm not made of money.
But there's so much you have to see before you.
Before I go blind, I'm not going blind. Now get to work. What do you think it is?
I was just going to put this away.
It doesn't go there. And neither do you. Stay out of the basement.
I'm sorry.
Just stay out. Never go down there. Understand?
These in the freezer so they can cool off. So I can put them on ice later on today. Time to go get my backpack. Okay. Got everything that I need. And it's time to start on home. Okay. Put my keys away so I don't get tempted to go anywhere. Oh, where's my wallet? Just taking my stickers away from me. Plug this computer in. It does charging. There it goes. Do you like these?
Do they have wheat in them?
I have no earthly idea. Probably.
I do like, are they the cookies or the crackers?
Cookies.
Those are the cookies that you, if you make it according to actual recipe,
That's the cookies you put on as the base for that banana pudding, Paula Dean's banana pudding. Not Joe Mama's. But
I can't find the cookies that I wanted that are shortbread cookies, but they're not overly sweet like those things. They're called Lorna Doone or something.
oh, they should have Lorna Doones.
I can't find them anywhere. I can't find them at Walmart. I
Look
can't.
at Dollar Store.
Those are like my favorite though. They just taste better.
I sometimes like Nutter Butters.
Okay, my room is clean. What did you need?
I just wanted to tell you that whatever, you need to decide about college, I'm with you.
Oh, I'm finishing college.
But I mean, if you want to change majors, you wouldn't be the first person to do that. In fact, a lot of people don't even declare major the first year that they're there, or two.
My issue is I have an interest in way too many things.
Well,
I will make a good engineer, but I could also make a good psychologist. I could also make a good, I'm not a good counselor. I don't care what anybody says, I am not a good counselor. There's people that tell me I would make a great counselor. I don't have the patience to counsel people. Just like I don't have the patience to teach people.
I would probably agree you don't have the patience.
Doesn't mean I can't do the whole advice thing or the encouraging thing. Just means I don't have the patience to do it as a living. But psychology is really interesting to me, mostly because I have like a bunch of mental health disorders. So,
Good Lord.
oh, I know I could make a good lawyer. Laterna's not a good pre-law program though. Also, I really don't want to study history for the next, well, I don't know, history is really interesting. See, here's the issue. I could be so many different things and I have so many interests and it's really hard to focus myself in on one interest. That's why college is so hard because I'm supposed to do one thing the rest of my life. That's boring. I'm sorry that I'm not made, my brain is not made for.
Who said you have to do one thing for the rest of your life?
Society said that. That's who.
I got a friend who's a high school graduate, number one, a lifetime Army personnel. He is a lieutenant colonel, which is one of the highest ranks other than going up to general in the Army.
We have a major that teaches at our school.
He was a major, and then he moved up to colonel.
Well, this
Lieutenant
guy's
colonel.
retired now, so he's Major Olson.
Um,
I don't know, you may know him. You know a lot of people though, so I wouldn't be surprised if you knew like half my professors.
no, I mean, they'd have to be pretty old.
This guy is pretty old.
Okay, he got his master's degree.
Uh-huh.
He just got his doctorate degree, not a medical doctorate, but a
Yeah.
PhD.
We have
I said,
doctor,
what do we call you?
doctor in chemistry. You call him a doctor still.
What do we call him? Doctor, Lieutenant Colonel,
Oh, that's what you're talking about. Well, I know that. I can stay in school as long as I want and get as many degrees as I want. I realize this. But eventually I have to start paying for those degrees.
well, he paid for them.
Yeah, but he's also in the Army, so the Army kind of pays some of that for him. Like, I'm not going into any armed forces. One, because, not that I don't support the armed forces or whatever, it just doesn't interest me. That's tons of physical activity, and it's not that I don't like physical activity. Sometimes it's fun, but I don't want to do it for my job.
I don't think you would get in there with your physical conditions.
Well-
not the weight, because that can weight can come off, but with your back and all that.
Oh, I know. My friend Carson was dismissed from the Navy because he has high blood pressure.
Must be very high.
Yeah. He's kind of upset about it too because he was going to be a nuclear engineer for the Navy.
But they must have felt it was dangerously high.
Well, the kid's constantly stressed, so I'm not surprised about that one. Anyways, I'll make a good civil engineer because I probably will end up getting this degree because I have such a high interest in engineering. It's not that I don't have a high interest in engineering, it's that I also have an interest in psychology. I also have an interest of religions of the world, not just Christianity, because all of the religions of the world have good moral values in them. Whether we want to see it or not, they do. Each one of them has different teachings. Each one of them has a different belief system, and they're all interesting. It's interesting to see how people think. I have a high interest in history and a high interest in government. I could easily become a politician or go into politics because I know modern history and I know older history fairly well for my age. I could be a professional YouTuber because I enjoy doing YouTube. There's so many different things that I could do because of all my different hyperfixations. And picking one is insanely difficult. But eventually, I do have to pick one and stick with it because feasibly, I can't just go and get a degree in every little thing that I want to study more about.
No, we don't make much money doing that. I mean,
I could always switch different types of engineering, but if I switch to a different form of engineering, if I switch,
that's the crown.
oh, I know. If I switch to a different type of engineering, then I have to take more electrical engineering classes, and gross, not doing it.
You don't have good luck with a solder, so.
I have to weld next semester. And lathe. I really don't want to do lathing or welding.
Actually, they're easier than soldering because it's not as minuscule.
We're not even doing regular soldering. We are doing micro soldering, which is even harder than regular soldering. I hate micro soldering. It's a pain in my butt, and I'm not going to be good at it. That I knew from the beginning, from the first time I burnt myself, and the 15 times after that I burnt myself. I've just come to the conclusion I'm probably not going to be great at soldering or machinery because this whole ultimate machine project is just getting on my nerves. I have no interest in it, which is probably why I'm so frustrated right now because we're not doing anything I'm interested in. Now, I'm really excited about next semester because I get to build a bridge.
How about what that turns into?
That turns into nothing because guess what? What it would turn into is IEP2, which I don't have to take because I'm civil. So I get to go completely do this useless project this semester and then go into my major, do my civil intro to civil class, and get to build a bridge. That's like 10 times bigger than that one. Which I'm excited about because I like the bridge. So really, truly, and honestly, it's just making it through the rest of this semester because I don't like chemistry anymore. Dr. DeBoer has ruined chemistry for me. I'm not the biggest fan of physics, which is my science class for next semester, but according to one of my advisors, as long as I take Dr. Ball, I shouldn't have an issue.
Well, I don't know, because I don't know who Dr. Paul is.
Best physics teacher they have, basically.
Oh, 3 cookies, okay.
Calculus, I'm just going to be moving up from Calculus 1 to Calculus 2. And although Calculus 2 is harder, if I stick with the same teacher, or even if I move with the other teacher, both of the calculus teachers are willing to sit there and work problems out with you and help you with stuff. And because my brain is starting to understand calculus, Calculus 1, Calculus 2 should be a lot easier for me, which means Calculus 3 will be easier because I understand Calculus 1 and 2. And I'm not taking a Bible class next semester, so I won't have to worry about that.
Did you clean your room?
Yeah, I got hyperfixated on it. I couldn't do anything till I finished. Quite literally. It only took me like 20 minutes.
What's that Marie
Never mind.
stuff up in there?
I gotta go to bed.
In the,
Oh, it's chicken, broccoli, rice, casserole.
is it like for one person, or
No, it's for multiple people, but I'm already making dinner.
you are?
Uh-huh.
What?
I'm making the noodles with,
The cheese, salt, and stuff?
yeah, the cheese and pesto.
They're not gluten-free noodles.
No. At least I didn't pull out gluten-free noodles, because the mini farfalle don't come in gluten-free.
I bet they do, but probably not where you shop. I bet you could probably get them at Drug Emporium or one of those places.
Oh, probably, but I don't go
Or-
there often enough.
Does Albertson have an international section?
I don't go to Albertsons often enough to know that. I know Kroger does not have gluten-free.
Whatever you're cooking, I think it's boiling.
Thank you. I wasn't paying attention, mostly because,
What are you making? Your pasta pesto?
Mommy said y'all been craving that, so.
You've been craving it.
I've been wanting to eat it. The last time we didn't have the noodles, I think.
Those noodles only take about 7 or 8 minutes, don't they?
10.
Do they take 10?
Yeah, sometimes. It just kind of depends.
Anyway, I mean, one thing you could do is you could,
I thought about minoring in psychology.
secondary, education and teach history. It would be really good at that. Teaching history, it wouldn't be little kids, it would be older.
I don't
kids.
want to deal with high schoolers either because of all the drama. Or middle schoolers. Ew. Middle schoolers are worse than high schoolers.
Well, then what about junior high? See, yeah. Junior high was my least favorite
Miss
teacher.
Kritzberg, Lord bless her, was my 8th grade.
Who?
Kritzberg.
Oh, I thought you said Fricksburg.
No, Kritzberg was my 8th grade history teacher, and she had Sean and John in the same class and somehow survived us. The kids like Sean and John, when they were in junior high, are the reason I refuse to ever teach junior high, history, English, whatever the heck it is, because really I could teach anything if I put my mind to it. No. Plus, they don't hire history teachers that aren't coaches.
That might be in certain school districts.
I already have
as a rural history, and a lot of times, well,
history and
not too much
science.
Science, yeah, science teachers.
Anyways, I've already been offered a job for a teacher. I've already been offered a teaching job at Pine Tree, teaching robotics and engineering. After I get my degree, they offered me that before I ever graduated. They just said, come back after you graduate and we'll have a job for you. I just don't feel like teaching is I don't have the patience to teach any subject. And the other thing is my learning style. Because I'm so tactile, the way I would teach is me doing it. But a lot of kids need to do it themselves. And that's not helpful when it comes to robotics, engineering, any of it. Because I'll just want to do it all the time. Because I want to learn it over and over and over again. So, truly and honestly, I would never be a success as a teacher. At least I know that. And maybe I'm underestimating myself, but because of my learning style, I just don't think I would be good at it. Because like I said, I'll do it for them and then they would never learn anything.
Well, there are kids that need that kind of teacher.
Yes.
But if you could learn to do hand over hand with those kids.
But then that's teaching little kids.
You can teach hand over hand with, autistic children and stuff like that, to cement the
I don't have the
ideas.
patience. I'm very, very good with kids that are autistic and have special needs. Yes. But I don't have the patience to do that long term. I was dealing with a special needs kid at the daycare. He was also happened to be our runner. And that literally stressed me to no end because I was scared that something was going to happen to him. I can't deal with that. It's the same thing with older kids. I can't do it. It's too much stress.
Mm.
I can't interact with people. This is why I went into engineering, because I don't have to interact with a whole bunch of people all the time.
But now one of your problems is you're finding you're having to interact more than you wanted to.
Which is why I don't participate in school events outside of required ones. Like chapel. With people that are disrespectful and talk behind me. Who are lucky I don't turn around and hit them. Because even though I don't particularly like chapel, it's disrespectful to talk during church.
It's disrespectful to talk during anybody's presentation that they put time and effort into.
Though me and Will go back and forth a little bit, but not like these people who are laughing and cracking up and throwing paper airplanes at people's heads during chapel.
No, that's retarded. Or childish, I should say.
There's kids that sit over, so we sit in the balcony, we sit in like the middle section. There's kids that sit to the right of us that every stinking chapel service, they throw paper airplanes down at the people in the second orchestra and the orchestra. It is so annoying.
Maybe they're aeronautics.
Aviation students?
Yeah, I'm trying to see who can get their plane to go the farthest.
Chapel is not the time for that.
Yeah, the air movement in that chapel is probably pretty good.
And Belcher?
Yeah. Yeah, the air currents from the heating system, cooling system, whatever, and the different levels. It probably has fairly good currents.
No, somebody screamed during the 9/11 chapel because that's the first time they did that was during the 9/11 chapel. And somebody screamed because it hit them directly in the top of the head and it hurt.
That's why they keep doing it. Let's see if we can hit that person again. Yay. You've got like 17, 18-year-old kids there that...
We have an 18-year-old that's a senior.
Ooh. Smarty pants.
So we have an 18-year-old that's a sophomore. Yes, that guy is smart, but apparently can't help us with our calculus homework.
Well, I started my senior year in high school at 16. I turned 17 that November, but from the August until November, I was only 16 years old. And I graduated at 17.
But
Couldn't get a job because I was too young at that time. I did get the job at the daycare center at Candyland. That's where I started working.
I thought you went to college right after you graduated.
I did. I went to Kilgore College for the summer. I took English and history,
I should have done that.
and that way I had that out of the way. So when I started my
I could have gone
freshman year-
to ETBU and studied music, which is another thing I thought about doing, but I didn't want to be a band director, and making it in the music industry anymore is like ridiculous. So there was just really no point.
It is kind of tough.
And my friend right now, Gabby, she's a music major. She's taking 21 hours as a freshman first semester at Northwestern.
Why would they even let her do that?
Because that school's insane.
Maybe some of them
Some of them are her. One of them's her clarinet choir.
Yeah.
One of them is her wind ensemble, and then one of them's color guard. But even with that, those classes go outside of class time because there's practice hours. So she's got like 30 hours of practice a week, plus 21 hours of classes, plus an additional 30 to 60 hours of homework. That does not add up. And somehow she's supposed to sleep?
It's terrible.
I thought I had it bad until I heard.
This started boiling.
Yeah, it sounds like it started boiling again.
Did you time it?
I just tasted it.
Well, you might better stir it.
Mm-hmm. I hate Polish.
Hey, Ava, there's 2 bottles of water on my bed. Can you take it into the bathroom,
Yeah.
please? I got them that far.
We're almost done. I could use like 2 minutes or so.
Now, what kind of cheese did you get?
Alfredo.
I mean, like what brand?
Classical.
That's the one you've used before?
Uh-huh.
How did people like your hair?
I didn't go to school today.
At all?
Nope.
I thought you would.